Greetings and salutations, everyone. Just getting final touches set up. There we go. That should be fine right there. I'll turn on some music in the background. I don't know if y'all will hear it, but I'll have it on. All right. Let's see. Let's make sure I've got myself muted. There we are. All right. Greetings and salutations, everybody. Welcome back to the Inn of Planar Crossroads. And as always, welcome back to our live art stream. Hopefully these will be a bit easier for everybody to catch every now and then. We're going to be doing something since I didn't have a specific I wanted to release this week on Tuesday, which is today, but I did want to do something for an upcoming collaboration, and so that's what we're going to be working on tonight. That is a character for it that is named Knobby. Knobby is an aged Leshy. He's a rather old Leshy who is set to be connected to another character, and he is going to be. I imagine him as a very. I pitched it to play it as myself going to be playing a more subservient, because the last two or three characters. Well, I guess it's at least the last two characters I've played in collaborations have been very authoritative. So this time I just wanted I wanted the character to be a follower. So that's what we're going for. He's an aged Leshy servant of a druid and those associated with the druid in the party. That's the plan anyway. So we're going with that, and that's the character concept. We're going to pencil first, and then I'll come back with my markers and ink, and we will see where we go from there. So this collaboration, as I doodle out these shapes, I'm just getting some generic shapes for now. The collaboration is supposed to take place in February. Get body right here, and the plan is that it will include myself, so the Interplanar Crossroads will be in it, as well as the Avenue Studios, which is the channel it will be on, and Copper Dragon Gaming. He is on. He did a announcement video himself, so this should not be too much of a surprise for his viewers. But we are going to be seeing how it all goes. Hopefully, we'll have fun. We're going to be, I believe it's being kind of pitched as D5e without the D&D, or however that's going to be put. Basically, D&D without WotC stuff in it. So WotC specific stuff from the SRD and things like that. So it's substitutionary things that someone could use to make that. And we got the idea from the obvious. Let me see. From the OSR stuff, not OSR, the OGL stuff, and all the problems that they were having with that. So that's why that's there. Now, I've got basic shapes on here that I'm going to work from. Mainly, I need the token art for it, which is going to be a face shot. So this right here, I want it to face this way. And then I want it to have floppy ears. I'll do something with his hair up here. And he's an aged Leshy, like I said, so he's going to have a big bushy beard made of flowers, probably. So we will see how that goes. I think we will start off with our blacks and see where we go from there. I am tempted to use colors instead of outline, but we probably need to go ahead and do the black outlines first. So I've got enough on here for me to start in, and that's usually how I do. So this is eyebrow starting up right here. And we're going to have these big old bushy unibrow or something like that. And we'll come back with colors, of course, in a little bit. And they're going to cover his eyes up here. And I'm going to have him have a knobby nose. A long, knobby nose. Hence the name Knobby. And I want this to be basically darkened out. Now we got the beard coming around. And I want it to join all up in here. So that mainly all that's sticking out is his knobby nose. We'll come right here for his beard. This sets his scale. Since these features are what I'm wanting to use to have him be portrayed. So, got that. I want him to have floppy ears. So let's see if we come right about, I'll give him a little hat up here too in a minute. Let's see if we come right here. And we'll make this like that, which means this one will come right here. And they don't have to be symmetrical, since he is a plant. Things in nature rarely are. All right. So we've got that. He's got big old eyebrows. And I'm thinking we're going to give him a little hat. Right here. With some little mins right there. And we're going to say that this is a leaf. So we're going to put some serrations on here to simulate the leaf. And that should work right there. There we are. All right. Now we need to add a bit more into, I think I'll put his mouth right here. Have him smile a little bit, because he does not want to make his master upset. He wants to make him happy, and he likes his master, so he will have a smile, ready to serve his master. He looks kind of, I don't know. I don't know. We'll see how he comes out in the end. But there's the face. Now what do we want to do with this creature? This Leshy. I'm sure he has a backpack. So we'll put a little pack right here. There we go. He's a Leshy, so he mainly eats, not all Leshies are like this, but he mainly eats dirt. A little bit of dirt, fertilizer, worms, things like that. Here we are. He's got a tunic wrap right there, I think. And I think I want him to have knobbly arms. So we'll give him right here. Little knobbly arms. And after those knobbly arms, it'd be kind of funny if he had a whole bunch of growth slash fuzz on his forearms, right there. So we'll put those there, and we'll make that mossy growth there. All right. Now, obviously, if I was doing this for like Adventure Academia or something like that, I'd have done a rougher sketch out. But because this is for mainly a one shot, I'm not too worried if I get it looking a little jank. That's all right. Oh, glad we got somebody finally watching. So, anyway, hello, whoever that was. Let me see. I'm not sure if things are coming through. We'll put right here. Perhaps these are strips of cloth. That actually might work better. There we go. What that does is allow me to add some color in there too. Little beads maybe that he's made over the years. All right. There we are. There we go. And branchy fingers. Let me see. We'll go with 4 fingers. How about that? Branchy, knobbly. 4 fingers. They can kind of grow and contract as needed. All right. Okay. And then some knobbly growth toes. Let's say just roots. There we go. So I imagine he took an oversized shirt for himself at some point from one of his previous masters and just put it on as a whole entire tunic. And it's kind of wore out and shredded since then. So let's add a little bit of color. We'll do some darker greens first. We'll go with the foliage first. So up in here, we'll go with this green. And we'll use it on the edges and wherever there are veins. So right in here. Now the trick with us this time is we're not trying to color in the whole thing. Just get a little tip right there. Just add a little visual flair. So right there, that's what we're going to do. And then we'll come in with this more brighter green and see how that goes for us along the edges. That's all right. It's okay. All right. And I don't mind if this has a sketch look to it, because that will not bother me. That is kind of what we're going for, really, because we want to have something a bit more of a type of sketch idea from me anyway, because that's what I'm looking for. And where this green is will be good with having this kind of green. And I'm only going to put a little bit up here. I want to go lighter because I want to convey that within this, where the growth is now, it's starting to whiten. I want to have a lot of little flowers and specks in there, but I don't want him to look young. That's what the beard's for. Make him look old. Old and knobbly, which is kind of the point. He is knobby. At it. Master Snobby. Nobby serves, master. Master is good to Nobby. There we go. All right. So we got that. Let's shoot for some of this lighter green. This, I think, will go with the hat. This lighter green is going to go on the hat. Because he made this out himself out of that stuff. Out of a large leaf that he set on top of his head. But now, let's do the leather before we start messing with the flowers. So we've got the backpack here. It's going to have some darker browns on it. So we'll make sure to put plenty of the darker brown, as well as on this right here on the belt that he's made for himself, and some of the straps that come off of the belt. where it's tattered on his tunic. Now his tunic will have dark brown on the edges and in some of the recesses there. But we're going to kind of have it match about the same. And then come in right here with this lighter brown, touch up the leather portions. And in here, we'll touch up some of the leather colors. All right. I'm not sure how. Hopefully it's coming through all right. No one's having any problems with it. But if not, I tried. Let's go back to our brown. And I wanted to kind of have a cedary look. So what we'll do is we'll come right here. We'll use brown mostly for this dark brown for his nose and other features of him. He's bald, got a shiny bald head under there. Looks like an acorn is how I imagine it. That smoothness of an acorn. Oh, I didn't do the light tan there. There we go. Now, we're going to have to use similar colors for what we did with the leather and with his body. That's one of the problems with earth tones and doing natural characters is the colors can wash out. So you have to get a little creative with how you portray them. And that's what we're going to do this time. I'm going to see if I can do some light red in there to make them look almost cedarish. So, or I'm going to use some red in there, and then I'll have to probably lighten it. Well, I better do the light stuff first. So let's take that light brown again. And this time, we're going to cover most in it. Most of the white portion there, we are going to cover in that brown. That is supposed to be his skin. Bark, should say, bark, as he has no skin. And then we'll come in again with a marker and find ourselves some red. There's the red. And then we'll just touch it in there. Hopefully what this will do will present an idea of almost a cedary type of red within this. And if it doesn't, I can come back in again with the lighter brown, the tan there, and try and accent it in. I don't want it to look like he's got blood all over him. I want it to look like cedar. And so we may come back in after we look at this a bit more and get some red, some tan in there again to darken things up. Or to, I should say, not darken things up, but shift the color hue to the eye at least. It should shift the color hue. Yeah, a little bit. Shifts it a little bit. I can't tell how it's going to look for sure sometimes. But there we go. All right. Now let's add some color in. something to set him apart. Let's take some blue. Let's not blue, some pink first. Come right in here and add little specks. And they don't have to be defined. Right there and there. All right. Good deal. I only want a few of these purple ones, the dark pink ones, because I want to have blues be an accent. Some light blues, some lighter colors. There we go. Here's a nice watery blue. It'll be nice. And it's okay if there's a little light, a little white that shines through on some of these blue ones, because it will imply the petal has light shimmering off of it. It's looking fine. It's not all that good, actually. I am not all that satisfied with it, but I rarely am satisfied with a lot of my art. So I am not the best person to say whether it was good or not. Some other lighter blue. And I think I'll throw in some yellow, just because. All right. Okay, that's that. I'm not very satisfied with some of it. Let's see what I can do about this color here. So some of these, we'll take this light gray I've got. I'll come right in here. Put some light gray on this tunic to imply like a weather-beaten leather. And I'm going to bring it up here, but not put it on the straps. And let's see. Let me come in here with this light green. Maybe that'll ease my mind about this a little bit. A little bit. It's not as bad. Let's see. We'll say he took some twigs to do this up here. And I'll take this green. Maybe we can do this right here. I should have gave him a straw hat. That's what I should have done. Oh well. I need to change the color hue on that up here. Apply those veins in there. And I'll use that darker green again to do the same right here. Oh, I should have put ear hair coming out. Ear growth. Ear bushy, flowery, beardy stuff coming out his ears. That would have been funny. All right, let me see. What else can I do to shift this around a little bit? Not a whole lot. All right, let's put some shadow in and call it good, because if I don't, I'm going to keep tinkering with it. So I'm going to put that there. We'll put some, for some extra color, stuff like that, we'll put some dangly bits and bobs right here on his stuff. And I wanted to put some beads down there, so I need to do that. And I'll put a little thing sticking out the back right here. Little walking stick or something like that. There we go. So let's put, this is a darker brown. I do want to differentiate this from him, so we'll make that a more of a piney type wood. So we'll use this, but we'll use yellow as an accent instead to imply some less there we go, some not evergreen, some other type. We actually do need to put some yellow in here. That might help lighten that up too. I don't know if we'll get any in there now. It's a little late. Don't know that it's going to make much of a difference. But just in case, put a little in there. All right. All right, coming back to this. Let me see, we're going to have the light coming from here. This doesn't have to be super perfect. Just has to be about right. Close to right. Mostly right. You know. Just implies shadow. You don't have to be perfect with it. That is not necessarily something anybody's going to bother with seeing. All right. All right, let me see. What? We'll use some orange and some purple and put some little doodads right here. So as those things have frayed, he has added in some beads. All right, then we'll put some purple strand right there and orange strand right there. Can't really tell that's much different, but that's okay. I know it's there, and that's fine enough, I suppose. All right, final thing. Need to finish out. Well, not a to try and do. Oh, I wanted to on its backpack instead of a regular backpack. Oh. That's what he looks like now. Let's try some like a fuchsia type of thing up here. His little dream catcher, little staff thing. All right. Well, I think that's going to be Knobby. Knobby the Aged Leshy. Okay. That's that. Well, I hope everybody enjoyed it, wanted to see. I don't know if anybody will watch this live or not. It can be tricky with my internet, so we'll just have to see. Maybe people will catch it on the upload. Anyway, as always, check this out on. It is going to be a Wednesday broadcast on the Avenue Studios channel, and should be able to enjoy it there. And I think that's it. So we're trying to get to announcements and stuff like that. Since I didn't do it at the front, announcements for the Planar Crossroads. We're trying to get to $100 worth of support on either Patreon, Locals, or Subscribe Star, or direct contact. So if you want to do that, that's the milestone for this year. Otherwise, we'll have some more things going on this year later. As always, have a great day. God bless and enjoy. Bye.